What is up, guys? Here for the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to show you guys a route that you have to have installed in your passing offense no matter what formation you run, but we're going to show it to you out of the gun bunch formation. But before we get into the video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys take the time to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads coming your way here on the Madden YouTube channel. If you guys are looking to take your game to the next level in Madden 21, please check out my Madden strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. We kind of take our tips to the next level on the website, keep you guys on top of the meta, give you guys all offensive and defensive game plans, and write bi-weekly meta reports, all included for the low price of $9.95 a month. We are actually running a pre-sale for Madden 21. If you guys take advantage of that right now, you guys can get a full year of Gridiron Game Plans content. Again, that's going to be weekly vault updates, keeping you on top of the meta, not only how to run them and how to counter them, but also you're going to get your offensive and defensive game plans with your personnel groupings and your audibles, and also the bi-weekly meta report, which is going to keep you up to date on the competitive circuit, what's going on, what trends I'm noticing, and things you need to be aware of. So go check it out. It's all there on gridirongameplans.gg. First update on the website is going to be this Sunday with our first vault update, and then it's going to keep going weekly throughout the year. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and talk about today's video. We're going to be talking about the curl route. Yes, the curl route. It's a route that we couldn't throw in Madden 20. As you guys know, you had to basically have an ability, and every zone in the game seemed to really aggressively jump as soon as the quarterback cocked his arm. Windups were really long. So shorter, quick passing concept routes were just not viable. This year, we've done a complete 180. The game is the other way. Quarterbacks are throwing out of sacks. The windups are shorter. Catching in traffic is way better. So we're going to talk about the curl route and just how valuable that is going to be. Something so simple as a curl route can actually move you up and down the field pretty easily, at least early on here in Madden 21. So we're actually in the gun bunch. The particular play that we're going to be looking at here is called curls attack. Now, this is actually a tip I've done before in the previous year's iteration of the game, but as I said, the meta of Madden 20 did not really allow for it as the game developed. Now, this year, this is the perfect play if you guys like to run gun bunch. This is in the New England book. This is also in the Miami Dolphins playbook, and it's also in the Buffalo Bills. So if you guys are in any of those three playbooks, this is a great play for you. So let's go ahead and kind of just take it to the field, talk about why it's so good. We're going to first start off against, we're going to go off against random zone. So we're going to go to play type, zone coverage, hit left bumper, hit random zones. Now, most people, when they run their bunch formation, they like to run it to the wide side of the field pre-snap. They feel that it's just better for the flooding concepts as you go to the wide sideline. So I'm going to go ahead and move the ball back, give us a little bit more space, even though it's a short passing play, and also put it on the left hash so our bunch is to the right. Now, this is random zone. I'm sure in this video I will make an incorrect read at some point, but I do want to show you a couple of things. One, the pass blocking in this game is really good, which allows you time to dissect and throw the correct read. And two, curls just get open, and when they're not open, really, they still have body positioning and they hold on to the ball in traffic. So kind of show you how this works here. You've got crisscrossing snag routes. You've got one that's going to break from the outside to in, which is the B receiver who's going to sit over the ball on his sit route, or a snag route, as a lot of people call it. You've got Gronkowski who's going to break to the outside and then check up at around the 50. Right there on the numbers. And then you've got two straight up curls on this play, one to your split end, Mike Evans, and one to your slot receiver, Chris Godwin. Now, on the short side of the field, you've got a simple curl flat combination. This is a very easy read. So if you're a beginner, I think that this is where you should start, that McCoy Evans high-low. And typically speaking, you're going to be playing high-low on the corner that is over the top of Evans. If it's a cover two, he's going to play the flat. It's just going to be, is he going to play back on the curl, or is he going to play down on McCoy? So that's going to make it a really easy 1-2 read. Now, of course, the coverage could rotate, and it could be a cover three, could be a cover, a hybrid coverage. We did choose random zone, so I know this is a pure drop zone here. But, teams can disguise their look out of too high and give you a zone look when it's actually man. And this play does well against man as well, and we'll talk about that. Now, the other thing on this play that's really nice is if your opponent blitzes heavily, a lot of times they're responsible for the tight end, and the angle of the tight end going upfield to the outside is really valuable to be able to throw that ball hot and kind of rack it or just catch it in stride, continuing upfield. And that's going to be really good against your aggressive blitzes or, cover one type looks where the user is responsible for the tight end and maybe they're not prepared to guard it that quickly. So let's go ahead and just kind of run this here and kind of show you as we run this. You're just going to kind of see how this works. I mean, you can see how that curl flat combination on the backside is really good. Again, it puts that corner in a high-low conflict. So let's go ahead and go into the replay and show you what I mean. So we talked about that right before I snapped the ball. This is the guy you're kind of reading on this play. You want to kind of say, okay, is he going to, he's got to kind of play an area in between the curl and the flat. And truthfully, he kind of leaves both open and hedges his bet. You know, I could have thrown the check down to McCoy, but you could clearly see that Evans is spotted up very, very nicely in this hole in the zone, which is open. Now, if you want to go ahead and scan a little bit further, you take a look at the play. You could also see Godwin spotted up and Gronkowski is spotted up, but he is covered. So you had two options open on this play, the split end on his curl and the slot receiver on his curl. Now let's just go ahead and keep running here. We're going to go through random plays quite a bit here. You can kind of see that this sets up B on that snag route wide open over the middle. I'm using a lot of curls right now. In fact, right now, I'm actually running 5 wide. I'm running run and shoot 5 wide, and I will go to all hitches if I find my opponent sitting in zone, because I know that there's not really any zones in the game that are going to properly cover this spacing concept. Now, there actually is a play in the bunch called spacing. I mean, you see right here, it's called spacing. I much prefer this because all your options are open, they're further downfield, and they space the field very, very well. So as we go ahead and continue to run this here, you can kind of see, here's an example of one of those throws that's a little bit tougher. I'd like to throw low balls, typically speaking, if I can, if I've got leverage. That ball was thrown inaccurate. I don't know if you saw the dice roll. It said low pass and accurate from Brady. But a lot of times when I have a guy sitting right on Mike Evans' back, right here, I consider this open. I consider this throw to Evans open, and I would have put the ball on the inside portion, not the outside. So I throw the low ball. You know, I'm looking to throw the ball into about this area of the field that I'm zooming in towards. But right here, Brady ends up dice rolling inaccurate and throws it to the other shoulder, which allowed that guy to get on the play. But you can see how, I believe that's Janoris Jenkins, has really no shot if this ball's thrown on target. So you really want to throw that ball inside shoulder. And I will aggressive catch to attack the football, or I'll possession catch it if I don't think the DB can get around him. So we'll continue to run this here. So here's an example, low ball inside. There's that possession catch I was just talking about. You throw it right there to that spot on the field. Now, this isn't your sexy one-play touchdown, but if you think about it, you could quick snap this play, you pick up 12, you quick snap it again, you pick up 12. There's your rollout corner. I mean, and your opponent is going to struggle to defend all these options, really making no adjustments on this play. Again, low ball, kind of threw out of the sack there, fearless, accurate, and still caught it. So I think that X is a really good primary read on this play. I just find him to be just absolute money. Now, again, you want to make sure the ball is thrown to the correct side. Right now, I just kind of dice rolled the ball to go to the other shoulder. Right there, again, you just kind of check your check down. Right there, I'm getting a lot of throw out of sack animations, which cause more ducks. Now, there's another thing that I really like about this play as well. If you really want to get Gronk open, sometimes I'll do something like this, where I'll streak the right bumper and flat B, and I'll kind of motion B out to the sideline. And that's because I just want Gronk to kind of check up like that. You see how that ball is thrown for about 15 yards, 13, 15 yards. So a simple route combination of streaking and running off the coverage vertically by Godwin and flatting and pulling the coverage to the sideline with Miller will open up Gronk in this really soft, tender spot on the field. And again, if it's not open, you throw the high-low, and that's still 4, 5, 6 yards right there on that check down right there. So this is a play that you're honestly just going to come out here and check it down. You know, if it's called for, you know, there's not huge plays right there. We got pressured. Again, you throw your check down, and still that's 5, 6 yards. So you see right here, the throw out a sack, time in the pocket is greater. Cameron Jordan's really tough in this game too. So if you can get him blocked, you have time to throw it. This is great. I'm playing a very West Coast style offense right now. Again, you're going to see right there, Gronk kind of covered. Actually, he wasn't later in that play. But you see how that route combination develops, and you can throw that ball over to him, right? So pretty easy. Now, there's other areas where I like this play as well. Man coverage, you know, you're really going to need dive catch in traffic for this to work. But man coverage, I find that I do enjoy this play as well. So let's go into play type. I'm going to go man coverage, and I'm just going to go random man. And again, this is all about the low ball. I really find that the low ball is super important here. You know, low ball, and right there, I possession caught it. You can aggressive catch it. The difference is when you aggressive catch it, oftentimes they dive back at the ball and you lose about 3 or 4 extra yards on the throw. Whereas if you can possession catch it, they don't. So just kind of play that, you know, play it smartly. You You see right here, like here's an example. If I aggressive catch it, they jump back at it. So you don't really get that situation where the DB can swat it. So just kind of play it smartly and see if you can. So like right here, I aggressive catch it, and I was actually able to turn up field. So if you play any type of man coverage, this is going to be open, and pretty much all of them are going to be open. I'm going to show you right here. Here's a low ball to right. Three-rec hook was there, but throw the ball to Godwin. He's going to be there. That's the nice thing too, is the three-rec hook is going to cover the third receiver over the middle. So if you count the way the formation works, so if you're playing any type of cover one or cover three blitz where there's a three-rec hook, that's relative to post snap, who's the third receiver, outside to inside. So the way it works is right now, Miller is your number one, Godwin's your number two, and Gronk is your number three pre-snap. But post-snap, Gronk is the most outside option. He's number one. Godwin's still in the middle. He's number two. And Miller, because he breaks the inside, he's number three. So a three-rec hook tends to drift over to Scotty Miller's route, leaving the routes to Gronk and Godwin open, depending on your cover one. So you can kind of see how that works there. Three-rec hook kind of faded over towards Scotty Miller, and that allowed me to throw the ball to Chris Godwin. So, and then another thing, obviously, again, you see how easy that is to throw that low ball right there to that. Another thing this is really good against, and I mentioned this early on in the video, was blitzes. So if you face any type of zero blitz, that is where Gronk is really going to get loose when you're facing the zero blitz. Now, I don't anticipate there's going to be a lot of zero blitzing this year. I don't know if you guys have really noticed, but the game is not easy to blitz in. Guys are slow. Blitzers are really slow. But let's say I wanted to see if I can find, I just wanted to find like a free fire blitz here. So let's see. So like say you run a thunder smoke where you've got some sort of weird rotation, right? You're going to have Gronk just off the line. You know, you can aggressive. Like if you get any type of outside linebacker or safety on the backside responsible for the tight end, that's a long chase. So you're going to be able to just be like, throw that ball and pop it out there on like a slant out. And obviously if you have a burner at tight end, a guy like Ingram or Darren Waller, that could be a one-play score for you if you catch them in that heavy zero blitz. So, you know, Gronk obviously is like in the 70s with his speed. So, you know, not the super rack potential you're looking for, but that route is very, very good. Now, of course, you can also throw this route as well as a slant too. So if you catch them in off coverage, cover zero, and you know it's a cover zero blitz, throw the ball hot to either Miller or Gronk, the B or the A receiver, and just literally just rack it up the field. You know, try to catch it and keep going upfield. So this is today's video, guys. I mean, this is just teaching you guys about curl routes in general. Curl's attack is just a really good example of spacing the field, you know, and being able to attack, you know, every coverage in the game. I think that this is one of those plays where, you know, if you're in the Bills or the Dolphins or the Pats playbooks, you should be running it. But if you're not, you could still find, you know, these curl concepts that are all over the place. I mean, just go into concepts. And then if you look at quick pass, you know, some sort of spacing, spacing is usually a good example. Like, you know, you're going to see an example right here, X curl. You know, I could call this against random plays, and chances are one or two of the curls is going to be open. So you see like exactly what I mean right there. You throw the ball to the X receiver. Solo receiver on a curl is a very, very good route in this year's game. They really have to put the curl flats into spot to guard. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, drop them below. Thank you so much for watching the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed. So glad it's Madden 21 season. I was getting tired of Madden 20 videos, as you guys could certainly tell at the end of the year. And I've got that reinvigoration that I was looking for. So hopefully you guys do too. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.